Well, my name is Chavez.
My name is Rosa.
When we first decided to buy a home, I think we were a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of stuff it requires to have a baby.
Our lease was expiring, and his sister is the real estate agent. So all those things just made it like, all right, let's do it. Let's start looking for a house. So it was just kind of perfect timing because we've had him in a small apartment for a year, and babies are not quiet.
Yeah, we became the loud. We became
Yeah.
the loud people in the apartment.
In the middle of 2020, we started looking for houses. And like I said, his sister's a real estate agent, so it was easy. Anytime we found a house, she'd be like, okay, let's do this. Like, let's go look at it.
So what we were looking for one, we definitely needed a second bathroom. I know that's one of our biggest, concern was a second bathroom, more space, a backyard.
But it was hard in the beginning because we just didn't know how much like a 4-bedroom house in this area cost as opposed to a 2-bedroom house in this area cost.
We work with Edwin from US Bank on our mortgage, and he was extremely helpful. A lot of the questions that I had for Edwin was how much could we afford, and then what could we afford. And he was never, shy to tell us, hey, this might be stretching a little bit. This is right around, where you'll be comfortable at. If you want to do this loan type, you won't have to spend this much for savings. I felt, kind of silly asking these questions, but I always know that we need the answer, and that's one thing Edwin never made us feel silly to ask a question. So he was always, approachable.
Even when we settled on this house and we were about to close, we got a packet just like full of numbers, and we had no idea what any of it meant. So we called him and he went over with us like page by page, like line by line, and
this is a decent sized package.
Yeah.
It was at least, I want to say maybe 50 pages, something like that.
It was really long.
So whenever we needed an answer from Edwin, he was always there. If I'm giving advice to someone who's just buying a house, I would say see a bunch of houses. Don't be intimidated, or don't think it's a waste of time.
See, we went in not knowing anything.
Right.
Some of the houses we thought that we couldn't afford, when they broke it down per month, we actually could.
I think it's just looking at other houses and looking at potential houses is really fun.
Helps
I think
you
that might
realize
what you like.
Yeah.
Also, don't be discouraged that you don't get the house that you really wanted. There are going to be more houses in the neighborhood that you want, so you just got to keep going at it. Spots we won't have to worry about neighbors. We won't have to worry about how loud we are. Also, I think that we're just excited to finally be done with everything. It's been a long process, and we just are very ready to move out.
Yes.
And move in, I should say. I'm excited to relax at my own home